everybody, this is Zoe from Nosaferplace and welcome back to Bookmas. Now for the past few weeks I have been doing polls over on my Twitter for what you guys wanted as the Nosaferplace book of the year. I was absolutely swamped with votes, so we had Heat 1 which was 16 books, 8 which were chosen by me and 8 which were chosen by you guys. We then were down to the last 8, we then had the quarterfinals, we then had the semis, we then had the final. And today I'm going to be going through the top 3 books that were chosen by you. So in third place, The Fallen Children by David Owen. Now I would have been absolutely thrilled for this book to have been first because I loved it so much. It was one of my favourite books of 2017. I don't usually really like sci-fis that much, but this was definitely a complete exception. The Fallen Children focuses on a group of people living in a block of flats on a council estate in a very rough area. One night an unexplainable thing happens and there is a night out. And no one can really remember what happened apart from something scary definitely happened. And a group of girls wake up in the block of flats and find out that they have been impregnated. One of the girls recorded footage of it and it is completely undescribable. You don't know what it is, but all they can put it down to is that it was aliens. Keep up with me here. So the girls are all completely different, but all of the babies inside them are growing at a seriously alarming rate and they do not know what to do. They don't know what's impregnated them, they don't know what's inside them, and they don't know when it's going to come out. People start noticing that things are happening and they are not happy at all. So a lot of violence starts happening and the girls' lives are turned upside down, especially when the babies are born. I don't want to say more than that. You'll have to read the book to find out what happens next. In second place we have A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. I knew this book was going to do well as so many of my followers absolutely adore this book. I read this book very early on in the year, so I had to have a quick reread to remind myself what happens because I have read 100 books this year, so I am very forgetful of everything that I've read. But this book focuses on 2 main characters, Steffi, who is a selective mute, and Reese is deaf and he is the new boy that is starting in their new school. Now as Steffi is already familiar with some basic sign language, she is assigned to look after Reese and introduce him to the school, kind of like the friend you're assigned to when you start a new school. Now obviously as one is mute and one is deaf, they have to find different ways to communicate, and this was one of my favourite part of the book. It just highlights how you don't need to be able to talk, you don't need to have words, because sometimes actions speak so much louder than words ever can. Reese gives Steffi this bravery that she didn't know that she had, which helps her find her voice again. And it really is just a beautiful love story. Obviously another reason I adore this book is because it has amazing disability rep, which means so much to me. I am such a huge advocate of books which include disabilities and make them normalised, because those are the kind of books we need, especially in YA. So big props to Sarah Bernard for that. And the winner of the Nosaferplace Book of the Year, voted by you guys, was The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I expected nothing less. Personally, I wanted After the Fire, but I knew you guys would choose this. It is such an important book and I totally understand why this was chosen. So this story focuses on a 16-year-old black high school student, Star Carter. She watches her best friend Khalil be killed for absolutely no reason other than the fact he is black. Star was the only person that witnessed this and her whole life is turned upside down while she seeks the justice he deserves. Now I don't want to say too much more about this book, but for me it highlights the harsh realities of the racist world that we still live in. And if you think we don't live in a world still full of racists, then you are very naive, and this book is so important in highlighting that. This is such a genuine portrayal of the political and social climate we now live in. What upset me the most is that if I turned my TV on and saw this on the news today, it wouldn't even surprise me anymore, because this is the kind of world that we live in. And Star wants to change that. She wants to be an activist. She wants to change what has happened to her best friend and so many other people in her life. I will admit, I didn't connect to this book as much as other people have, but I thought the plot was absolutely amazing, and I really hope the film is good. If you didn't know, there is a film coming out of this. I think it's coming out next year, and I genuinely think it will be incredible because the plot, they have so much to work with. And you know why I'm happy that you guys voted this the book of the year? Because it means that times are changing. It means that people are changing. It means that people are willing to stand up and fight for what is right. Even though this wasn't my favourite book of the year, the message behind it is so important, and I am so glad that you guys chose it and I could showcase this book in this video and get this message across. Racism is still here, it needs to change, and books like this help that. They help these narrow-minded, ignorant people. And yes, I'm getting a little bit emotional here because this book, just read it, please read it and spread this message. That is it. I hope you enjoyed that book selection. They were 3 amazing books, and I hope you go and read them because they definitely share some amazing messages. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye.